Chapter 1 complete. It is time for Chapter 2. Same team. We're going to be loading a second memory on them, and we're going to be putting on the Infernal Torch, and we're going to see if we can do what needs to be done. Probably the biggest takeaway from that first run was the Shattered Will that we picked up on our Plague Doctor that we're going to need to find an early solution for. Although minus 20% hit points and relationship isn't going to be that horrifically terrible for us. But yeah, for those that are tuning in midway, this is the second run of what I hope to be a 3-run where we use the same memoried heroes in each one. So we are going to stick with Sir Farquaad, Black Curse, Robbie, and Lyra. And just to review, well, we'll review once we get out there. Normally I spend more time in this space pondering, but yeah, we're gonna do a couple legs of this run before we finish up here. But I do have to go do some other work. But yeah, big things that we don't like: Flawed Release and Shattered Will kind of stink. Miss the Mark I don't care much about, and I don't really care about anything that Lyra has going on. So really, Sir Farquaad needs a hospital. That's the big takeaway here. And we're hoping for some good memories. Our last set of memories were pretty eh. Ah, the blue screen. Our favorite. Okay, so what's on offer? No toy, unfortunately. More travel healing, lots of resist, plus speed. I think I like the... Ooh, hold on, I'm doing this wrong. Hold on. So I think I like the dodge. Well, we're going to be fighting the librarian. So maybe we're going to be fighting the librarian a lot, I should say. Travel healing I will put here probably. I'm going to put speed here. We cling to what we can remember. And then all things being equal, I'll put that there. Again, not a good set of memories. There are many good memories. We have gotten none of them. Yeah, we've gotten kind of a disappointing memory selection, but nonetheless, we expect that we're going to be fighting a general. We expect that we're going to be fighting a librarian, looking for things like the Snappy Swig. We got very lucky with trinkets in that first run. I suspect that was all of our luck used on that first run, but we'll try to persevere. Sir Farquaad with the 17 hit points is a little worrisome. Yeah, we got no damage, and we got no damage, no crit, no basically anything. Yes, we all survived Black Curse. It was a clean fight. We did have a meltdown in the final fight, which gave us Shattered Will, which has taken Sir Farquaad's hit points down into the teens. Which is a little spicy, but we're gonna look for an early hospital, probably put a little more priority on it than we normally would, and we're also going to be a little less likely to spend our money at the Hoarder because we need those early ones to get Sir Farquaad sorted. Shroud Almanac, don't care. 1 linseed oil is like hilariously bad. If this had been more than 1 linseed oil, I would have bought it. Even at 1 linseed oil, do I buy it? Okay, I'm gonna buy the 1 linseed oil and the 1 pyrotechnic dazzler and the 1 bear trap. Just so that if we end up fighting an early general, we have basically 3 turns of being in good shape. Because I'm worried we're going to hit an immediate general, and I want to be able to fight the general right off the cuff. So, kind of an odd selection of things, but they were reasonably cheap, so I think that it is worth it. Oh, hold on a second. We have some weird skills on from earlier. That all looks good now. That all looks good. I don't really care for Bellow at the moment. Nah, it's fine. Have to remember, we're no longer locked in place. All right, looks good. No, the first Hoarder seems to be more of a... whatever the opposite of that would be. What did you get too weak from? Oh yeah, light sensitivity. Makes sense. What, and you got that from Shattered Will? Ay, ay, ay. We're gonna have some work on our hands. You have a vulnerable, so I think the chances of getting a relationship there is slightly higher, but...
methodical appliance of harm. Scavenge what you can.
Single blasphemous idol. Not bad. Not great.
Push on to the inn. Rest and resupply await you.
Alright, what will the inn give us as a gift? Clotting Poultice is not what we're looking for.
There are yet places such as this.
Where to?
Still gathers.
Okay, well... I think we're better equipped right now for a quick general, so I think we're going to go to the Tangle.
Rain, resignation, and death.
Slightly... It's going to be a slightly scary general, for sure. Especially if it comes, like, right off the cuff. It could be pretty disastrous. Blocked, 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 blocked. Alright, what do we got for sale in here?
But fairly priced.
The Warhorn could help some. Tea service is nice, but we can't, I don't think we can afford it at the moment. So is Stew Pot, honestly. But I'm just going to grab the Adrenalizing Tonics, because they are, they're going to give us that little bit of extra oomph. And now we're gonna do the thing. Okay, no surprises here. Whole lot of nothing. This is what the developers refer to as the honeymoon phase, which is at the beginning of a run, relationship chance is significantly lessened to avoid pesky situations where you end up with negative relationships right off the cuff.
War. Rewards only.
All right, well, my gamble paid off because that is a very early lair, which means that we are glad that we picked up a few rando items to do that. It's a little scary that we're probably not gonna have a hospital before this, but unless this is a hospital. The resistance encounter. I see you. I see you were listening.
So that others may flee.
But yeah, this is gonna be a spooky general. But if we get it, I think it's gonna set us up pretty nicely for the rest of the run. It's all about getting that early. Oh wow. Okay. Well, everyone agrees we're gonna leave, and this one was free, so I guess the loathing festers.
Consider all variables, but do it quickly.
We didn't scout a hospital, right? Yeah, we did not. Okay. We're going to the lair. It's happening. So this looks like it's going to be first fight of the run number 2 is going to be it's going to be a general. I don't know how I feel about that. This is nerve-wracking. I knew there was a possibility, but...
Within every keep, a general.
Ooh, Blasphemous Idol paying dividends right off the bat, though.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Might as well go and swing in here. We did Black Curse. We had a Snappy Swig and a Rat Skull. It was pretty spectacular. Lots of crits. Things were going well. Yeah. But this run, the lair is our first fight. So I think brace yourself. Things may get weird. Good old toe-to-toe, right? I think I do too. I think I do too. Although at the moment the team is a little haggard. We were talking about it earlier, but we have Flawed Release and Shattered Will on Sir Farquaad from a meltdown that we could not, we could sadly not avoid. Kind of wish I had put the bleed on you, Black Curse. They're not pulling any punches with these first fights either. We're potentially gonna come out of this one a little worse for wear. We have so many vulnerable tokens that get added to us like right off the bat. I hate that. We don't have a lot of hit points back here. Oh, we did resist it, though. So I can't complain too much. I don't need, I don't mind waiting and letting this drummer get one more action. That focus fire is totally fine. We are constantly weakened. I forgot to put the Infernal Torch on. Dang it. All right, well we will still try. I was like, why are we having issues? But no, it's the light sensitivity. I was like, why am I getting weak here when we weren't previously? Such a bummer. Such a bummer. Well, the structure of our run has slightly changed, unfortunately. We are still going to go for the cycle, but it will not be a fully infernal cycle, which honestly is hurting us more than helping us at the moment, but that's okay. Like, I actually think it's a net negative, but and may honestly get us killed in the general, because light sensitivity is going to absolutely wreck us here. This is all quite bad. We'll still do the fight. Maybe he'll just kill us and then put me out of my misery, and then we can do something else.
He has retreated.
Yeah, that light sensitivity is absolutely vicious.
And there
That is going to absolutely cave our DPS in here. Oh, I'm so crestfallen. Such a simple thing. We didn't have any stagecoach equipment, so it did not occur to me to go for it.
a master stroke.
So I have one weaken.
A slow dissection.
Nope. It disappears after the first in, Black Curse. Indeed, knives only. Hi and welcome, by the way. Yeah, it disappears after the first in. So it is gone. Our opportunity squandered, unfortunately. But hey, still going to be an interesting one, I hope. Oh, did I leave? Yeah, okay, I used yours last time. We'll use the Pyrotechnic Dazzler this time. Keep hacking away here. We will bolster. I'm not interested in having another meltdown right now. The dodges, they do nothing. We're moving a lot slower than we did on the previous run. It's true, Black Curse. There is something to be said for that, but I mean this fight may get our goat, honestly. We're moving pretty slow here. Now you have our linseed oil, so nobody really needs the heal. I think Bolster is still going to be on cooldown right now. Do we just... I think we just do this. But the Unsettling Whispers are going to get their best of Robbie pretty soon here. $87 to go. Oh, terrible double tap. Hate to add stress, but it's a good moment to add stress, so... I think I have to avoid... so, Bellow will get me... So there's a 25% chance that Barristan gets locked up. So I think we go for this and hope that we don't. But if it gets locked, it gets locked. Okay, so that was a good one. Now it's time for Howling End. It's a big Howling End. That's very nice. Oh, it had to be the crit. I think that's 3. Oh, it's 2. Okay. We hang on by a thread.
The Wainwright awaits, eager to ply his trade.
Pretty much garbage. Didn't really want any of what we just got there, but...
Loathing abates.
So sad. So incredibly sad. Well, if we need bandages, we've got them. The Man-at-Arms did not melt down, despite my best efforts. We managed to do it, although the meltdown will probably happen immediately because we have to go all the way to this next road battle. So all Robbie has to do is have a tiny little itty-bitty freak out, and the meltdown will happen, and that's gonna set us back a lot on this run.
Your path
Okay.
lies through them, and so they must fall.
I mean, we have bolster. We can also, before we go any further, we can put Raucous on the bar just to get a little bit of extra stress healing. But that's about it. That's all we have. A focus fire on Barristan. What? Okay. Or do you have a fear of something? You have a fear of cadavers? Alright, that was a 50-50. That's going to set us back on this run, though. For sure. Went to a lot of trouble to try to prevent that from happening. So lame. All right, we're gonna have real problems though. Like that's gonna mean that we're now behind the 8 ball on relationships in a big way. I mean, it is the person who can build them most generally. Hey, knives only. So when you reach maximum stress, there is a there is a chance for being resolute or having a meltdown, and if you have a meltdown, it kind of, you ruin all your relationships with all of your friends, and you lose stress damage and you go down to almost no hit points. So that's what happened there. I'm also just, oh my gosh, the endless vulnerable tokens. I think we just keep spamming heals to keep our man-at-arms. Robbie alive, but -3 to everybody. It's just a lot to have to overcome, for sure.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Oh yeah, the one stress at the start of battle. I believe these technically count as cadavers. So that's it. He has fear of cadavers, which I think, pair me not with the husk of the departed or I shall crumble. I think these are technically cadavers. Maybe we can see it somewhere in here.
The subject carefully.
It doesn't say anywhere, but they are, I believe that is their, that's their deal. No MRA. This is the first region, so we have nothing. So I think this is going to be a bit of a bumpy second region for us.
A little help impeccably timed.
Get you down to 5, and then we will take you down another couple notches. But yeah. It's true, Black Curse. It's true. It is very true. I can't believe I forgot the Infernal Torch, though. Bah humbug.
This road cannot be walked alone.
Because we have a lot of work to do now to rebuild these relationships. I'm cheesing this a little bit, but I won't waste too much more time. I'm just a little desperate for those friendship pips. That's all. Oh, the stew pot. We were just talking about that. Excuse me. Well, we're at least mostly stress managed. And it looks like we're going to be better on mastery than we've been in a while.
Twisted by hopelessness.
I wouldn't be surprised, Blackers. I think it would be a good decision, honestly. Okay, you're dead.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Gonna try and move through this one somewhat quickly. Oh, you're gonna hide? Let's see how that works out for you, my dude. I think you've cracked the code, Knives Only. I think that's the play for sure. I was gonna say, we probably don't get the kill here. And then I'm going to do this. I want to get the field medicine trigger here. No positive relationships. Jeez. I think at the end of region there was some food that helps with relationships.
Pleasant in the extreme.
Really? I mean, that's new if
And necessary.
so. I don't think I've seen anything to that effect. The creature den is if it does not kill us, usually good for building relationship and also getting some stress healing. I guess Glimmers of Hope are useful now, but
Sharpen your blades, that we may properly excise our portion.
wow. Do we want to get everything but also a taunt token? We do not. Well, but we need relationship on everyone here. Alright, I'm going to take the taunt token even though I consider it a negative, just because... Yeah, I will pitch the candle. We don't need it. We do not need it at all. We have no way to remove Winded, so I'm going to be a little careful here. The burn gets the kill here and removes some dodge back there.
End.
I really don't like that, though.
Bolter.
Game knows how to hit you where it hurts sometimes. But look at all these vulnerable tokens. We're just all vulnerable tokens all the way down.
The enemy weakens and wanes. Another impediment, cleared with impunity.
I was going to say, the stun would be profoundly annoying, because I have stress healing I want to do. You're taking 3. You're going last, so I think... What are the chances of a kill here? They're non-zero. I don't have a better way. 3... Okay, we can... Sir Farquaad can do what needs to be done. So let's just do this. I should have taken aim. There was no reason not to. Just so we have some tanking here, I'll do this. This should secure the kill. Perfect. Nope. We failed. All right. We'll have to hold off one more turn. Which is okay, because the take aim works well here. It is going last, so that's perfect. Get rid of our blind. The fact that they can't heal themselves is really unfortunate. And then to take advantage of these taunts, we'll do Defender first, and then we'll follow up with Retribution. Okay. Yeah, MRA. I love where they've ended up. I think they've done an amazing job. All right, I'm just going to risk it on Grape Shot. Well, I can guarantee the hit here, and we do have vulnerable on miss, but we're doing pretty well, actually, on... we're doing pretty well on our taunts, so I'm okay doing that, I think. And we have good taunt right now, so I'm gonna remove one of them, and then we'll Retribution next turn once we get a little further into things. Could have been a 15. I'm in a Retribution, but we do need to get a bolster next turn. But I think things will be look a lot better next turn. I'd rather it not eat and get a crit token.
Bravo.
That could be some stress healing. Apparently not. I was incorrect. Gonna put this on Death's Door because we're gonna have some other things following shortly. Yeah, and I didn't want it to have too many corpses to feast on. Become friends. I was just thinking how nice it was that they did that. Let's see. For you, yeah, it's definitely bolster here. Yeah, calibrating sensor is fantastic. No two ways around it. Okay, we're starting to stabilize. We're still behind on relationships by a pretty substantial amount, though.
Burning brightly for all
Candles and chocolate helps. Wind chime, again, helps. Ooh, discount on stagecoach equipment, too. Alright, we might be able to pick up some good stagecoach equipment. If only I had a time machine and I could go back and get the only piece of stagecoach equipment that mattered to me. So, do we want to go to a hoarder? I think actually a hoarder could be pretty good for us. What was, avoid the watchtower. Wait. Slay the lair boss in the tangle. Does he have to get the killing blow? Excuse me? It generally means there's some new information, like a new condition has been acquired or relationships have changed. And then it's essentially like an unread marker, right? So I can go through, click each of them, and then they will be gone. We only have 2 mastery at the moment. It's basically, do we go for these 2, hoping that one is a hospital? I really need a hospital. Let's see what the votes are. Alright, I'm gonna trust you, Black Curse and Robbie. Don't let me down. I'm forsaking a mastery for the chance that these 2 could be
supplies this way.
good. Also, having Robbie be low on stress for a little longer increases the chances of friendly banter.
Devils roam aimlessly amidst the trees.
We have a lot that we have to get rid of when we eventually get to a hospital.
Hall. Put it to good use.
Okay, not terrible. I'm gonna swap these for this, put this here, put the disease resist there, and then might as well put the heat shield there. We already have a ton of stagecoach equipment. I don't think there's any world in which the crow's nest ends up getting used, or the medicine chest and the crow's nest can both go. And then I think we do have just space. Get rid of that. We'll keep that. Get rid of the candle. There we go. Thank you, Black Curse. I was just about to. All right. So I'm gambling, hoping that one of these 2 on the left is a hospital. You just throw them away because they don't do us any good, MRA. We've fully unlocked the game, so Lyra, you absolute monster. Don't beat up on Robbie. At least everyone will agree on this. Oh, except of course Lyra is excluded. Grumble. Yeah, the Snappy Swig is in the Sprawl from the Librarian or from the Hoarder. Okay, this Cherub is gonna blind our Plague Doctor. Okay, well I was half right.
Bravo!
But sadly we didn't quite get there. So we're gonna take a Clarion Call. Good place for it. We'll be able to get rid of that. Nice hit. So that was a revenge hit. So because the Clarion Call hit our Highwayman, when we hit that, we had a chance for retribution. Now, Taunt isn't doing us a lot of good here, but we probably would have been better off doing a Bellow. And I'm gonna stack up the crit, or get the crit, so that we have a better chance at getting some stress healing out of it, because we will have stripped away most of the dodge by then, probably. I'm pulling this car over, Knives Only.
An opportunity. Squandered.
It's really smart, Black Curse. It really is. Follow-up hits make a lot of sense, too. Like so. I'm not sure if you can get 2 follow-up hits in a row, though. That would be one question mark. But a little bit of stress healing, please, off of that. Thank you. I knew that we were going to get blinded, but... You're hurting. You need support. You're gonna feel a great sense of safety from that. Plague Doctor is very strong MRA, for sure, yeah. Alright, the blind does nothing. Feels good. No stress healing for that. I do not approve of this.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
I don't want to use the light item right now, Black Curse, because I don't want to get back into the photosensitivity space. There's no real advantage to being above 50, I don't believe. But yeah, light sensitivity means we want to be flying low torch for the foreseeable future, at least until we get a hospital.
Hallmarks of the unprepared.
I guess we can technically use one, but
A calculated generosity. But a welcome one nonetheless.
I'm frustrated by the 2 people at 4 stress. It's not my idea of a good time. That's annoying. But maybe someone will pick up a stress? No? Nobody's picking up a stress. Alright. I'm bellowing here because we have a corpse crit we can still get. Everybody loves a good corpse crit, right? Not where I needed the stress heal, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, I think once I got down into like the 20-ish range, I'd think about it. But like, as it stands, I'm trying to make sure that I get out. Like the most dangerous part of every region is going to be the very beginning of the region. Chuck the candle. I don't think we're going to need these whiskey bottles. We like all of that. Oh, we got a rousing tunes. And we're hoping for a hospital. I'm going to be really... Well, we'll see. If...
Is it not?
No votes at all. Alright. I went in on this in the first place. It's a resistance encounter. Not what we needed. The lack of hospitals early in this run is really... I think that's honestly going to be the biggest danger in terms of going for like 4 heroes, 3 in a row, is the absence of hospitals early with meltdowns that are almost guaranteed can be quite the trickery. Let's see. Like, light sensitivity is 75, so we can technically use one of these. That gives us a little bit of speed, but honestly, I often think the speed is worse rather than better. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. He's gonna do his skulking step, and then we're gonna plague grenade him anyways.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
This should build a relationship. I got rid of your token and I stress healed you. Robbie's basically Mother Teresa.
A brilliant conclusion.
Liking the crits. Not liking the lack of stress healing off of the crits, mind you, but... Just gonna keep spamming this until we get a friendship out of it, I guess.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Oh yeah, this team is built for the longs. For absolute sure. Like this team is incredibly versatile in its ability to deal damage. So I'm actually not worried about the lungs at all. But I do think that I mean, like, I've had tons of kills that haven't had meltdowns, but like if you get a little bit of bad RNG on a boss, you're generally going to find yourself getting a meltdown in order to push through. And it's those meltdowns now carry over to your future runs, which is impactful, right? It's something you have to be cognizant of, because you can end up with a situation like this where we have Sir Farquaad, who is just a bowl of terrified jelly. You and Lyra, you're okay-ish. I guess we do, because this isn't that great. I guess we do this. We're slowly scraping back our relationships, but short region. There's Speedy. All right. This fight in particular is such a hard counter to a fast highwayman, I feel like. Like, I end up just grape shot it blasting the whole time. It would be nice if you could spend your spend something at the end of the run after you're sitting on the corpse of a giant pair of lungs, and just you know, be able to, like, I don't know, lick your wounds and get rid of some things. But nope, straight back into it you go with no mental health days whatsoever. You can't, because the drummer gets an automatic first turn where before anyone else acts, they put taunt on someone, and so your first action of every turn is generally spent. See, like here, I can't pistol shot, so I can only grape shot blast again because the drummer gets that auto first action. Exactly, like camping in DD1. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that I've heard as criticism of this game in its current form that I generally agree with, is that the camping gave you a lot of ability to kind of like intervene and fix your stress situation. This game, you a lot of times just find yourself kind of like cruising towards disaster, and you're like, okay, I don't have a road battle, I don't have any way to stop, there's really nothing that I can do to avert the crisis, kind of like what happened with our Man-at-Arms, right? I was like, well, we're at 9 stress, we may pick up more stress, there's kind of nothing I can do, so what now type of thing. Great hit there. Can't believe she still hasn't crested 4 stress. I'm just like, my eyes are crossing waiting for her to get enough stress so that I can do something about it. That's probably the other thing that I think is frustrating. The stress thresholds that they added in this game means that you spend a lot of time like just frustratedly waiting for someone to get stressed enough to be able to do something about it, which is a little frustrating. I also think Raucous Revelry's self-heal should be should not be bounded, kind of like Solemnity's is. That's always made a lot of sense to me. I'm just over and over again doing this, wondering if it's ever going to yield any positive results. We're going to get a stall complaint pretty soon here. We'll get out before we do. But once again, Lyra is in perfect position to keep tearing down her relationship with Robbie. Not terrible. We can put that on our backliner. Get some free defend tokens. I like having the stun resist here. I like the stress resist here. I'll swap those two. That can go away. Keep all this. Put another smoke bomb there. I kind of want to keep the adrenalizing tonic. We're pretty rich. I think the round limit is sufficient. I don't care as much about these clarifying poultices now that we're in Act 2. But yeah, the candles and chocolate hopefully make a big difference with Lyra and Robbie, since I think they're our worst relationship at the moment. And hopefully the whiskey barrel doesn't sabotage us, as it sometimes has a tendency to. Oh, we have a lot of 8s though. I haven't seen a feast all last run, so maybe we're due for a little feasting. Look at that, it's a stress pip. What a time to be alive. I'm not too worried about this fight, so we'll use it early because hopefully we can get some positive ones. So there's going to be more regions, so I would assume that there's going to be 5 main bosses, 5 mini bosses, maybe 1 to 2 wandering bosses. But one thing to note about the lore of Darkest Dungeon 1 is that the game grew pretty significantly after release as well. So, you know, don't assume that the game is kind of like locked in place with wherever it ends up at the end of early access. But, you know, we're going to have a few more heroes, handful of other things going on.
Weaken them, that another may finish the work.
I would just assume get rid of... Oh, I was going to say get rid of the block token, but no such luck. How did I get... Oh, you get winded from Raucous Revelry. I always forget that. It's always been a weird one to me. Raucous Revelry feels like it should remove winded, not add it. But what do I know? So you have a crit token. You're... let's see. I mean, these have functionally the same result, and that potentially gives some relationship. Okay, beautiful. That's good. We like that.
The slow suffering begins.
Even with 2 winded tokens, that was a great hit. Let's try and get a little bit of stress healing from Take Aim. For the amount of nice things I'm doing with people, the relationship benefits that we're getting right now seem very, very sparse. The resist there is a little frustrating, but... we need to delay here until we can get the stress seal. Do we want to do it with Raucous Revelry? They definitely could do that, Knives. They definitely could do that. Let's... all we're gonna get is Raucous Revelry, and then I guess I will, I'll just hammer time here, and if we don't get it, we'll get it next turn.
Squandered.
Okay. We're looking okay. You do get Torchlight for that fight, so I'm glad there are no more fights, because photosensitivity would come back to bite us. Grab that. If we're full, I don't really want any of this stuff. Medicinal herbs are okay, but if we're going to be throwing stuff out, I'll keep the cultist trinket for now because our trinkets are kind of trash. Not that interested in keeping a glimmer of hope. That'll buy us some time. Hold on, why are we full? Yeah, I mean, so they still have planned a complete overhaul of the driving mini game, quote unquote, which I think is going to be a huge change. Like, they're going to have to do a lot to make that happen. Songbook of Amorous Ballads I do not like. I do not like Sam I Am. I do not like Green Eggs and Amorous Ballads.
The familiar heart.
Okay, more pain, it looks like. Sprawl Explorer, Gaunt Explorer, Torn Rotator Cuff on Lyra, and Occultomania. Alright. Things are getting dire. Oh, thank you. I will leave that by the wayside.
Spend what you can, or wealth no longer has meaning.
Seems like we had a pretty bad result here. I do like the laudanum, so we'll pick up the laudanum. I mean, we're rich, so we're gonna pick up a lot of stuff. Where are we going?
Consider your position.
Looks like a feeder one to me. Let's go here.
Let them know us by our reputation.
2 pipeweeds is good. Another songbook of 2 more songbooks of rousing aren't bad. Yeah, good call. I can pick up well, here, let's use some in items. Okay, so let's do a survey here. Well, I guess we're going to use this. I'm not going to use the Amorous Ballads. I think that's a gamble I don't want. Let's see how badly the whiskey barrel treats us. Perfect. Okay. I'm down with that. I'm down with that. So we got 9-9 there. Looks like the Lyra we have an 8 with Robbie. And a 9. Why? Like, Robbie did such a good job coming back relationships-wise. Alright, so let's see. Where's our stress still? Well, one of them can go there. Now we have a minimum of 9. Lyra and Sir Farquaad. I'm going to give them the candles and chocolate. +2. Nice. Oh, check the percentages. That's a good call, just because of relationship. We got 10%. Oh, yeah. So, okay, we have a 5% negative on Lyra Sir Farquaad. That's the same 5%. Ah, that's the only one. So Lyra Sir Farquaad, get the last pipeweed. That's a good tip, Black Curse. Did that actually improve it, though? Still 5%, but that's smart. And then I'm probably just going to do one of those, but did we have anything else in here of interest? What kind of food are we gonna end up using? We don't have to, this food is so cheap. I'm gonna use the good stuff. I got the spore grenade. I did indeed. It's right here. I'm going to do one Songbook of Rousing Tunes. How are you so fast right now? It's early riser, largely. Might as well toss that there. I'm going to save the rest of everything. Let's do mastery. This is going to be an improvement for us. I think toe-to-toe Howling End are worth investing in. Indiscriminate Science, I think, is really good. But I don't think I can not upgrade Plague Grenade. It's too good. Which only leaves us one for Black Curse. Which I think will be Take Aim. Yeah, you only get the one, but that's okay. That's not the end of the world.
The tainted crop continues to spread its
Now, we're not going to have nearly as easy a time with the lair this time as we did last time. Are there any trinkets that are of interest? Because the trinkets that we... Are there no trinkets for sale here? That's weird, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Would have been nice. I'm going to pick up one more adrenaline. We do have... Okay, we do have 3 spore grenades. Or 3 smoke bombs. That makes me feel a little more confident. I'll pick up the Blasphemous Idol. Oh, there is one minor Heartseeker. Hilarious. I'll grab it. 2 Pyrotechnic Dazzlers. There's no downside to the Knotted Rope. Minor Gilded Mind is not terrible. We need to make sure we take it off before the fight. Ah, interesting. So trinkets at the inns are generally going to be less prevalent. That's good to know. I thought they said they rolled that change back. I must have misunderstood. Yeah, we can't have debuff resist on you for the main fight, that is. All right, well, I think we've done what we can do. And we did manage to wrench everything out of the worst place. So let's journey onward.